As Americans, each of us are promised the opportunity to live free and live equal.
There were not different constitutions for different groups of people depending on their religion or their skin color. It's just one group of people called American citizens.
Freedom of speech, the right to practice one's religion, the right to peaceably assemble.
These are the rights of all Americans.
The rights of one sets precedence for the rights of everyone else in the society.
We are so fortunate to live in one of the most advanced countries on this earth.
It's a very challenging time to be both an American and a Muslim.
Fear and concern about one's security can truly challenge us as a people and as a country.
You have people who want to burn Qurans, shun Muslims from being able to establish a house of worship.
There's a lot of discrimination. There's a lot of media bias.
When we started Muslim Advocates, we knew it was important to have a voice at the table.
Muslim advocates are an indispensable ally in the fight for civil rights and civil liberties for all Americans.
They fight for the real values that animate all mankind, the noblest and best values of our society, and I'm grateful for them.
They've been on the scene every day, working with us on Capitol Hill and throughout our communities.
We've been the only Muslim community organization that's testified before Congress on civil rights issues affecting the country. If we weren't there, Congress and the public would not be hearing from an American Muslim voice about racial and religious profiling taking place in America today.
For months, plainclothes officers from the NYPD spied on Islamic centers and businesses, eavesdropping, taking pictures, keeping tabs on Newark's Muslim community.
The job of our law enforcement is to make sure that they prevent things.
There's no indication the NYPD's intelligence gathering efforts will change.
The idea of targeting people based on their religion is really not in the self-interest of anyone, of any tradition here in New York and around the country.
That the NYPD has come to college campuses, spying and recording what we say and what we do, how many times we pray. I just felt like, someone was peering over my shoulder.
I stopped going to a particular mosque. I thought it may have negative repercussions on my military career.
It's important we fight against this to make sure that we're all respected and treated rightly in our society.
I believe it was the right thing to do to stand up against this type of behavior.
We had to respond to this injustice. We had to.
This morning, Muslim Advocates filed a lawsuit in federal court on behalf of American Muslims in New Jersey, challenging the New York Police Department's discriminatory and invasive surveillance program.
A group of 8 American Muslims from New Jersey has filed a federal lawsuit calling...
A group of Muslims now suing with the NYPD for singling out and surveilling.
8 American Muslims are filing a lawsuit against the New York Police Department.
This morning is intended to take this controversy beyond the rhetoric and into federal court.
I'm a citizen who does not want this to stand for what we are. I know we're better than that.
To have Muslim advocates take this lawsuit against NYPD, I feel very proud that there is a group in America that can stand up for our rights.
If the rules are not universally applied, all of us are in danger.
Today it was surveillance on a mosque. For all we know in the future, it could be surveillance on a church, surveillance on a synagogue.
Muslim Advocates has unique ability to bring together various religious communities because they recognize the rights and freedoms of everybody.
Just knowing that they're there as a resource for us as a community relieves some of the strain.
We must protect the promise of America.
Rights don't vindicate themselves. They're like muscles. And unless you flex the muscles, you start getting atrophy. What the Muslim Advocates is doing is flexing those muscles.
I'm still American, always will be, and American is, that's my heritage, that's all that I know.
It begins.
It begins with hope.
My hope is that our children live in an America that represents what people struggled for.
This is a great, great country, what I'm saying to all of us.
If we hold on to that hope, continue to work forward with justice in mind, in each and every case, we will win.
A better life for not just Muslims, but for all of our children and for the future generation. That's what we want.
That's the America I hope we can be.